everybody to another episode of Inspired Perspective series. Today we have a much known really figure with us. She goes by the name of RG Angel. Sumitra Pradhan. Sumitra, we'd love to have introduction coming from you.
Firstly, thank you so much guys for inviting me. I have been in the field of journalism for the last 13 years. And right now, life has changed a little bit. I'm doing freelancing journalism because I had my baby recently, so I had to give my full time on her growth. So yeah, I'm a bit busy right now with her. So yeah, I worked with Kuzu for last 7 years, and after that, even I worked with print and Bhutan Observer. Then after that, after leaving Kuzu, I joined Liga Radio, and I worked with Liga for almost 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Then after that, that's what I shared right now. I had my baby, so I'm doing freelancing right now.
Right, nicely. And also to mention, motherhood really looks good on our job.
It's like, you never get fat after having baby. I was like, I eat so much. I don't eat it.
Interesting.
Yeah, motherhood is quite challenging, I should say. It's quite difficult to manage things. When I was young, very talented person, I used to go around. But right now, having a baby, it's quite challenging. And yes, being a woman is always a challenging job. So yeah, I'm coping up with life. So let's see what is on my plate next.
Yeah, truly. We'll dive deeper into the conversation, I guess.
Yeah. So like you have been mentioning, you had this whole career, and then now you're a mother, and it's been challenging. But you seem like a person who has like very positive mindset. So how do you do that? Like how do you keep yourself positive? How do you balance it out? And then I'm sure like in these times, there are a lot of working mothers out there, and then also new mothers who would love to listen to something like something from you, some tips that how do you cope up with everything, the challenges that comes with the motherhood, the career, and then also like keeping your mindset positive. Something if you would like to share.
Well, thank you. It's a very nice question. I would say like professional and personal life, it's quite different. I had the toughest time was when I was working, seasoned journalist, 9 to 5 job. I had to also manage my home, family, and it's quite difficult. But right now, having a new member in a family, and I have sacrificed so many things in my life, but I take it as a positive challenges of life, because you have to work whole day in the office, then you come back home, you have to do all this household work, and look after a baby. You know how life is, challenging, and I feel like it's not only women who should go through all this. Your partner is equally important, because women go through all this hassle, and they just say like, you are a woman, it's your responsibility to look after your kids, you are meant to be staying home, doing all this job. But I never took it that as a bad intention. It is a culture, it's a culture followed by our parents, long time back. But right now I used to manage things in a positive way. I never used to say like, I'm tired, my husband should do that. Yes, I always tell my husband, we should contribute at least something at home. I do work. You have your own ups and downs in work. I have my ups and downs in work. But, it's always good to manage time. So I had not that much difficulties managing my professional and personal. I'm still doing that. Right now, after having baby, it's not that I totally left my job or my career in the field of journalism. I used to stay home. I apply for international grants. Whenever there is conferences, meetings, I attend. So. It so happens once you have a baby, women are like, oh, now I have to stay home. They try to forget their professional life aside, but you should never do that. You also have the dreams and all these things which you want to do in life. You have to continue, but main thing is it's very important to how you manage time. Like 9 to 5, I early whole night I had to stay feed my baby. I don't get sound sleep, but still then I just search for grants. Or stay whenever I get 30 minutes, 45 minutes free when baby is sleeping. I look for grants, opportunities where I can pop in and still keep my mind set with what I do. So I browse out, I apply for grants. Sometimes there is oh, we're so sorry, you're not selected. It's okay, fine. There's so other opportunities. So what I'm trying to say is to all the women, once you have your family, what happens is working women. They get maternity leaves for 6 months, but that's not enough, to nourish your children, your baby. You take almost at the max 2 years and plus. So in that 2 years and plus, you have to sacrifice so many things, But what I'm trying to say is, at least keep your mind focused. In life, you have to be very focused. You have to be determined. These two words, focus and determined, is which I keep always. I tell my husband, I feel like I feel dull at home. My husband says, do something. I look after the baby for some time. You browse something else. So I go open my laptop. Then I browse it. If there is some opportunities, I apply. Which I can stay home and work. So basically, I just want to say never give up what you wish to do. There are obstacles in life, but managing is in your hand. How you manage. If you give up on the spot, then it will be quite challenging in life. So basically, I want to say that. So professional and personal, you have to know how to manage it. So. Yeah,
it's really lovely coming from you, because at times I also know personally, I know few friends, have been married and they have kids now, and it's like they have lost their identity, who they were before, and then now they are like, okay, now this is me, this is my life. My time has gone, but it's like really inspiring coming from you, and I really hope that women, newly mothers and married women do keep that in mind.
Because once you try to forget what you want to do and your focus goes somewhere else, then it will be very difficult, because doing the same thing and setting up that same level of what you used to do before. Whenever I go out, and they never call me my friends, they still say oh, you're still doing RJ. I say yes, I still do RJ because I stay home and write write stories. I do some programs for some of the event agencies. So you have to still keep that link. You have to keep the link alive. Only then, after some time, you have your own family. Your focus goes totally to your family. And yes, you should be focused to your family, but you are important to yourself. You have to be important to yourself. So that's very important.
If you're not happy with yourself, how can you make other people happy?
Exactly.
Interesting. The take home is, for me, would be to find a balance and not really give up on your lifestyle. I mean, of course, there are certain things you have to manage that you'll figure out, I think, as you go along as well. And the need for a good partner. Find a partner who helps out.
Yeah.
Sometimes yes, your partner comes tired at home. You don't want to work, but you also have to understand the whole day. He gets, someone who is out on the field. Like my husband, he is out on the field. He doesn't stay in the office and in front of the computer and works. He had to go out, on the field. So I should understand that he might be tired. Maybe like I can give an hour when he can rest, and after that he can help. Maybe like he can look after, play with baby, then I can prepare dinner and do my dishes and laundries. So that's how you have to be understandable. You don't have mutual understanding with one another, the life will become very difficult. And generation right now is how it is. It's not like what our parents used to be. It's very difficult. So that's what I want to say.
If we walk with that understanding, then I think it's going to help out at a lot of times.
So throughout your journey, coming, you mentioned that you came to Thimphu around 2010, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So from starting from that, and then being an RJ, hosting a show, and till now, any life lessons that you have to learn? I'm sure you have learned quite a while, but any significant lessons that you would like to share with us?
I should say, like I said earlier, be focused, be determined. This two thing I really carry with me every time, whatever situation it is. It was in 2010 when I carried just a bag, a trolley, and came to Thimphu in a city which it's like new thing for me, very new thing. And that's where my life started. A 19-year-old girl, coming alone all the way from home in a city, and there's no place to stay. I have to look, I have to manage everything, staying with your cousins, and your cousins, after 1 week they say just leave the home, all those things, personal things. That's where I started. And in life, always take criticism for personal development. There are challenges in life, but never give up. You should never give up. Someone says something to you, and you just totally that person just said such thing, and I'm so upset. You let people talk at you. Doesn't matter. What matters is what you're doing for yourself first, second for your family, third for your country, and then you can move on going back. So I had the most difficult time. I used to stay with my cousins, my adopted sister. Then that's how I managed life for some time. In that journey for 1.5 years, I had time managing my life. I had to do everything. I used to get under 1,500 stipend, and my house rent was 3,000. It's quite difficult. Then I used to do part-time job, at night. People used to look down at me, why you work? By then I used to work with Kuzu, and right after my show gets started ends at 9 p.m. At night, I rushed out. I used to work in a club, and then the scenario in a party hall was not so people used to look down, but I never used to take that as my weak point. I always used to take that as my strength. After all, what I used to feel is I should do something for my own benefit, for my own development, for my own good. So working in a bar doesn't mean that person is bad or that person is doing something wrong. Many times my friends used to say, "Oh, you have a good job. You do RJ. You still work in a club. That's not good." And I used to say, "I'm earning my own living. I don't work in a bar just to have fun or have my lifestyle in a different way. It's nothing like that. I have to pay bills. I have to do all these expenses. I have to look after my parents. Those were the things. And in work also, I used to take get lots of criticisms like this is not working, this is how you do. But I always used to take for your own development, for your own what you want to do in life. You have to take criticisms. So, but when I say when you have to take criticism, it's not that you have to take all the criticism what people say. Sometimes you have to backfire that. If you don't like it, if the criticism is like too much, which is not of your use, you have to backfire them. You have to speak at the on the face. But criticism in a sense, take a constructive criticism, in life. If you take constructive criticism in life, then you will proceed. You can move on with your life because through mistakes you learn, right? Everyone is not perfect. Through mistakes, I have done so many mistakes. I have learned through my mistakes. That's how you develop your own personality. And working in Kuzu, I really thank His Majesty. Whenever I used to get audience from His Majesty, His Majesty always used to advise us, do something good in life. Never give up. Just be who you are. These are some of the inspiration I used to get from my role model. I should say my role model is His Majesty, because I used to work under His Majesty. So, getting those advice from someone, whom I always look for is a big thing. So, for your personal development, yes, take criticism, but when, like I mentioned, all the criticism, it's not necessary, only the constructive criticism in life. And, if there is something, you fall down, but you always have to know how to get up and again try. Because there are all the time it's not success which you get in life. You are famous, like how you carry yourself. That is very important in woman. You know how to carry yourself. If you do, life is just once. Who knows next generation what you will be born as. So when you have life once, you have to see life. You see life, as I said, 19 years girl coming with a bag, and starting, trying to do everything yourself. Every month I used to buy. Okay, this month I brought fridge. Next month I used to buy, plates and cups. Now I have everything at home. I don't have to tell someone, oh, I don't have this and that. I have everything at home. So I have seen life with my own eyes. The struggle, the personal development. How I was in 2010 and how I am right now. The journey, you may go through my, like I was telling her, you may go through my small story, which will be, I think it's already pre-launched, 108 inspiring women in the country. It's done by Yanti. You can just get that book and you know how I went through all this journey because I've contributed my story there, so you can.
Great. We'd love to pick that book out. And
you can do pre-order. Even I haven't got my copy, so I'm planning to order one from Yanti and just. So 100 and I feel really proud. I have been one of the women in 108 inspiring women of the country. So that is a big achievement for me myself. I am the one of the inspiring women in the country. That is a big thing for me. So that's how
it sounds wonderful. It's really sounds wonderful. And you personally have been really inspiring to me, since the time I met you in 2016 when I entered.
I remember. Used to be a little girl, teeny tiny. It's still the same, but the growth I have seen on you, it's drastic.
Thank you.
Different Kina I'm seeing right now. So yeah, that's how. One day you might be sharing your story to me, maybe.
That's wonderful. As we go along, we do more shows and I don't know, talk about each other's story and do stuff.
So that's.
Moving on, like listening to you so far, listening to your journey, you come up as someone who never stops learning.
Yes.
Like
I feel I'm still learning. I'm learning from you guys.
So, any just to keep the conversation a little light right now, any books or anything that's your favorite, that from where you have learned so much, maybe regarding your personal life, maybe related to your professional life as well. Any books, any podcast, or anything that you learn and get inspiration from, especially when things are getting overwhelmed, or what you do usually when things are getting overwhelmed. How do you cope up? Like something that you do.
Okay. Yes, I read books because what I feel is really helps in life. I browse. Some inspiring stories. As such, I feel particular book which I like the most, or is particular book with regards to my profession. My learning, I earned it myself. Okay.
Nice.
So I don't have. I'm my own inspiration because
I love that.
I take my journey. In such a way, I see myself, how I was before and how my journey started and who am I right now. Whenever I feel low, I tell myself, that's not who you are. You have always been, person who have always taken challenge in life. So I inspire myself.
That's so nice. Yeah.
I inspire myself. I tell myself, no, you should not do this. This is not how you cope up with your life. So for me personally, as such, I don't have any inspiration. And when it comes to learning, yes, I have my seniors in my workplace who have inspired me a lot. Like you might be knowing Arjikin-san. Yeah, he used to really guide me a lot. Namgazam, she used to be my mentor. There are other people whom I look upon, for example, who really pushes me up.
Right.
There's no difference upon if you are my inspiration, then I don't want to do same thing what you are doing. You are different in your own way. I am different on my own way. Like right now, I feel like I have been included in 108 inspiring women of the country. That is a big achievement. See how people are looking at what
your story.
My story.
Right.
But what I want to say is, yes, you can take my story as a lesson learned, but don't do what I have done. Same thing doing same thing or what the other person is doing. You have to be the role model to yourself.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to be the role model to yourself.
Right. Maybe caption that.
Be your own role model.
Right.
Be your own role model.
Right.
Tap yourself. Wow, you have done such a great job. In my journalism, if I want to mention, I'd love to mention.
Yes.
I used to say, I had all the time wished in these 13 years, I would win the award, annual journalism award, excellence in journalism, and 2021, during the lockdown, I did a program on mental health, and I was like shocked. I just applied for this annual journalism award, and I was like, I was attending the award online. It was all restricted during the lockdowns. You know, I was just listening. Everybody was getting award. And before that, only I used to, really wanted that award once in my lifetime. You know, I wanted this award. You know, I used to work in Kuzu a long time back. You know, when I was working in Kuzu, I submitted lots of programs, but I was not able to get through that. You know, I said it's okay. You know, just have that faith and determination. One day you will get that award. You know? I was so focused. You know, I want to get that award. You know, best radio program or best something related to radio, you know, or documentary or program or talk shows. And I used to every time, you know, submit the nominations and like, you know, every time I used to feel. 2021, lockdown was a lucky year for me. Then the category comes and like, okay, mental health. I was like, oh my god, finally, you know, what I wished what came true. I was like, that was like, you know, there was tears in my eyes. Oh my god, why did I want that award? Which I was like, I really want it. I want that award. I want this excellence in journalism award. You know? Okay, that boosted me a lot.
Amazing.
And recently in 2022,
also.
the same award back to back. I won the same award.
Right.
It's like, oh God, you know.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's like, so that proved me like if you're focused, if you're determined, nothing will stop you.
That's wonderful.
Nothing will stop you. And I thought, okay, well done. 2 awards in 2 different years.
Yes, definitely.
So that's why I was telling you right now. Be your own role model. You know, you can look upon people. You can look, as I said, I look upon Nangisam. I really love her. You know, the work she does. You know, I really like Limputachin. You know. The work she does, so humble. I just admire him. Every time, whenever I listen to her talk or whenever I meet her, you know, I always get inspired with her. But I am my own inspiration.
That's true.
You know? That's what boosts you in life to move on. And I just want to say, like, you know, being a mother, I'm not going to stop my journalism career. I will continue. You know, I got opportunities in journalism. I got my fellowship. I went to Singapore. I explored there. You know, with my baby bump. And people were like, "Oh, you're pregnant and you're traveling." Yes, of course. You know, I want to explore so many things in life. You know, and that's. I see like my life as a beautiful journey, you know. I went through all this ups and downs. I went through that, you know, exciting journey. I traveled, you know, and in journalism, one best thing is you get to know people from different parts of the world, different places. You come across people who will criticize you, you know. You come across, you try to, you know, develop your PR, you know. Personal relationship, you know, with people. You know, you get to make friends. You have, you know, friends from outside who will recommend you so many things. So, journalism career is, for me personally, I don't know about other journalist friends, but for me personally, it is one of the best job I have ever done, and I will be doing in my future. So I'll not stop here right there because I am mother and I will look. Yes, of course, I have to look after my baby, but I'll not stop working as a journalist, writing for people, you know, being their backbone, you know, standing for them. So I'll continue my journey.
We would love to see
your work.
I'm too excited to work, you know. Like I said, you know, it's almost like going to be a year I haven't come on camera. So sometimes I also get conscious with, you know, oh, am I talking right? So please, if I have to talk much, then please cut off.
No worries. We
are learning ourselves right now.
And we also not really shying away from, you know, when we fumble, we don't shy away from like putting it up on there.
That's where you learn, you know.
We just want our viewers to see the growth, organic growth.
Yeah, of course.
Totally.
used to fumble. Now we are doing okay.
First episode.
Then you can just reflect back. You can go home and just look your own journey. How you have progressed in life. I do that. When I first started and came on camera or listen. Whenever I listen, I really don't like my own voice. I sound so bad. I have shivered a lot. Look at my action and all those things. I don't like my own voice. I don't want to listen. So this is how when there will be a time when you reach that time, when you flashback your journey. That is the sweetest moment you have.
True. Picking up on that, the reflection, as they mentioned, do you write it down? How do you do your reflections? In our episodes also, we talk quite a lot about reflecting, through writing, journaling, and there are other ways to do it also. How do you do it? Do you write? Do you?
Yes, I do write journals myself. Every day, because the good thing what you want to start off with is just jot it down. Have a diary, write it down. Reading and writing is very important in journalism. You should not stop reading and writing. Every time, if you are not able to read more, also at least before going to bed, read a page. Just a page. Just if you don't at all get time, just keep 5 minutes. One page you don't need 5 minutes also. So in a few seconds you will finish reading. Read a lot. Read a lot. Write. You also have to write. Nowadays, when I started my career in Kuzu, we used to write a lot with our hands. Now what happens is like we have laptops and we tend to type and all those things. Yes, it's good to type. But the
feeling is different, feeling is different.
Nicely pointed out,
the way you write, type it, and the writing is the test is always different.
I think I can relate to you when you said the writing and the typing, the charm is different. Because even like in my own work, when I'm drafting a paper or writing something, writing thesis or whatever it is, I can't do it. I can't make a draft in a laptop. I can't do it. I have to write. I have to make the flow chart with my own hands. And then my sister,
even I do the same.
My younger sister, from this generation, she comes and like, time waste करेगा. Can't you use these features on your laptop? Like there's
now the technology is
there's so many features.
In Canva, you can do everything. You can create your own graph, pie chart, all those things. Just clicking only will help you do everything.
And I'm like,
now that ChatGPT is doing everything.
Exactly.
You just say something, ChatGPT do this. It will give you the whole essay. And like you don't have to write anything. You don't have to use the pen and paper. But
the feeling,
the human touch and all that. You can make out of it.
Now technologies are picking up so much. Maybe in our kids and children's time they will be.
They won't really be writing. Let's see.
Maybe
let's hope. Let's hope. People as a generation, we grew up writing. At least thank God we grew up writing. Oh my God,
it's quite surprising. I got my first mobile phone when I finished my class 12. That was 2009.
Around the same time.
Around the same time.
So you can make the difference,
right? So we are really from another
time flies.
generation.
Right now, as soon as kids wake up, they need mobile phone.
Oh my God,
exactly.
Which is not good also.
Right.
There's lots of side effects.
Okay, so like moving on with your professional experience, with the background in radio, you must have this unique experience, unique insights, how the whole radio scenario works, everything, the challenges, the experience, everything. So would you like to share something, some experience, some lessons, something for our viewers?
The radio world.
The radio world.
Okay. radio is quite different compared to visual, you know. Visual, I'm not saying like it's totally different, it's quite similar, but a little bit different. You feel quite comfortable in radio, you know, because nobody can see you. And you can do whatever you like to, you know. When I first started my radio career, I even got preference in print, but I found radio was the best platform for me. And in radio, yes, people think like radio is kind of like easy thing, you just have to sit on the chair, and talk. It doesn't work, It is very difficult. You have to have that scripting, format, storyboard. If you do a program, like for example, you're doing a Hive mind, if I was in radio, then I have to go through all those formats, storyboard. What do you want to say in the introduction? Scripting, all those things, how movie scripts are done, right? Professionally, if you go, you have to go in that way. And you have to write what next you want to go, which song you want to play next. Is that song related to any inspiration things? And like when you script, is that script is that script impactful? Is it impacting the people in a good way to the society? Like for example, I used to do lots of youth projects, women lead programs, and people listening to me, like they used to call me on fixed line and Ashwin, the program which you did last time about women, young girls' participation in decision making level has really inspired me a lot. I have taken that message in a positive way. This is some difference in people listening to you. At the end of the day, what matters is what you're doing impacting the people, or they're just listening to you just for the sake of it, because they like your voice, or they like listening to you. My motto was like, I always used to think, whatever I'm doing, is it impactful to the society, to the people? Is it not harming someone? Whatever advice I'm giving it, are they taking it positively or negatively? I always used to do research. Whenever I used to do calling shows, I used to talk with all these young people, Okay, I always used to do survey, ask them, okay, how did you like the show yesterday? Was it impactful? Did you take something else? And they used to share, yes, Ajin, you're so nice, getting advices from you, such a constructive advice, not too much also, not too less also, we could relate. After all, what you are doing, a listener should relate to you. Like I said, what you guys are doing right now, I can relate it, setting up camera, stalking, mumbling, getting scared, that consciousness you have, I can relate because I have went through all those, hassles. What you are doing, you're starting small, who knows, one day you might be doing something great in the country. So what impact, positive impact, I mean to say, is taking by people, what people are taking from you. I used to do programs in suicide, mental health, teenage pregnancy, and all those things. Are they impactful? Basically, and radio is a very great, I should say, perfect platform. And it's so portable. Whether you're in a film, the toilet, or anywhere else, you can listen to radio anytime, right? And I just want to say the young people who are in the field of journalism, do something which is impactful, positive, just not for the sake of doing it. oh, today I did a program. Okay, like you go home and like say, oh, today I did a program with RJ Angel. It was nice, you know. It was nice for you. But how nice for someone who's listening to you, your audience, you know? Is your program really touched people who are listening to you? That matters, you know. It's okay. You can shiver, you can, you know, do mistakes. But at the end of the day, the impact is people get it, right? In radio, you can do so much. And I've done so much. You know, I used to go to schools, you know, sponsored by YDF, UNDP. You know, they used to sponsor. I used to go in the remote places. I talk with people. You know, talk with youth because Kuzu was especially with youth programs. You know, so I used to talk with youths. You know, I used to tell young girls, you know, how you can be, like, you know, change for the society. Your decisions. Your decision-making level, because we have less women participation in politics. Okay, women coming forward in politics, how it will help? How it will help the other women who are seeing or listening to you? Yeah. So, still, I have students who I don't recognize them, but they recognize me. Angel, you know, I used to listen to you. No, long time back, you know. We still remember the advices you used to give us, you know, our listeners. So radio is a great platform for me personally. Maybe like I have worked in that profession for quite long, and I would still love to do that. TV, yes, of course, TV is also doing great. Now the technology is, you know, so much. Mobile phones are doing great. You know, you can do anything on your mobile phone. You know, staying home. You know. So yes, there is little difference in different medium of the messaging you give. Television is different thing, you know, from radio. But I feel personally that impactful is quite impactful from radio.
Any tips, anything that you would like to give us, or someone who is trying in this field, maybe similar field, may not be in radio, but you know, podcast or some talk show, anything, and any tips on like communication skills? Because I personally, I'm still learning how to converse accurately or articulately with people. Anything, we'd love to hear.
Okay. If I talk to this so much, but I'll give it very short. When you're doing something, you know, like I said, impactful, you have to do something which is impacting the society or the people listening to you. One thing is that. Another thing is don't make it very fancy and all those things. That really doesn't matters. Okay. Inform the society. Like good example I can give is I used to do a show called Eagle Cafe, where I used to call upon people who is impacting the society. Like CSOs, right? CSOs are doing so much, like toilet organization. You know, there are so many other CSOs. You know, what is that?
Greener Green
Bhutan, Green Bhutan. There are other CSOs who are doing so great. You know, people should know what they are doing, right? They are CSOs. They do things to bring change in the society, right? So, like I have covered almost all the CSOs. I might have missed out some due to the time shortage, but I have always done shows which has the CSOs covered, which has impact on the society, right? So do show, if you're doing shows like you're doing Hive Mind, right? So I just suggest you all, like I did in the beginning also, call someone like who has really brought change in the society, right? Who people look at, right? People really look at, you know, they really follow them, like. And I also have done many shows related to, like, you know, encouraging young people. I used to call bands, bloggers who have like Denker, she has inspired so many people. So I used to cover all those areas where I can pick up and bring them on the show and let people know what they are doing. Until people know what they are doing, people will not relate things in life. That's one thing. So don't make it so fancy, And another thing is language is very important. The way you talk, the way you represent the audience. My only advice is read, write, don't make it fancy. Just keep it very simple, simple language. Don't use so much of bombastic words. People will not understand. Presentation is very important. And as I said, scripting is very important.
What are your future plans then?
As such, now I'm just working from home. I'm taking up on projects where I can stay home with my baby and work. As such, future plans, we never know what will happen in the next hour. So what I feel is we should need plans, but haven't planned such in depth right now. I just want to take up whatever comes in my way. I just want to. My only one dream is I had wrote some stories for international papers, but I just still want to, bring that one impactful stories in an international paper. That is one dream I'm just dreaming of. I have done interviews for climate change and all those things before. One of the paper in Singapore, but I wanted to contribute my own contribution to the story. Like I said, I wanted to bring that over in my life. I really want to have that. Just wanted to see on my wall excellence in journalism. So like same thing. I just want to write once maybe like few stories for some international papers and. Get that acknowledgement, saying like my friends, they say like go outside, work outside. I just don't want to go outside. I just don't want to leave the country. I love the country so much. There's so much you can do in the country itself. I know there is financial problems. You don't get what financial budget you get from when you go and work outside, but you can do so much in your own country, right? It's just that you need proper platform and guidance, right? So you can do many things like you people dream, starting small. I say small and cubicle yourself. Who knows? You might be doing. I may have to come to you people and say like, oh wow, it's an appointment for you to meet. Who knows? You never know.
Traveling the world.
You might be getting an opportunity to travel. Someone inviting some people, good UN or agencies or like private agencies inviting people. You never know. Life is always surprises. So that is. But if I get an opportunity again, I really want to go back to Kuzu. And I want to, get back that same audience. The charm we used to have
the radio days. I miss those radio days a lot. Yeah. The thrill, no?
Sometimes, like for example, you're in this restaurant and like you're talking and suddenly you go, Ashim Angelina, do I know you? Ashim, I used to listen to you in the Kusu. Oh my God, personally I met you through your voice. Through your voice only people will recognize you. The charm you give that, that is different feeling, the test,
Right.
And I always say, like, radio people are the most ugliest people because they can't see your face, just your voice.
Come on. Yeah.
I also have I'm also a fan of some people, international radios.
Right.
There's a guy from Sikkim. I used to listen to him so much.
Right.
I used to, people imagine you. They portray you.
Interesting.
They portray you, through the voice.
Voice.
My friends who used to listen to me, who had never met me, they used to say, "Oh, I look very, slim, beautiful, tall, long hair." And they imagine, So, even my radio other friends used to say, radio people are the most ugliest people. And my friend used to, you are the prettiest.
You are the prettiest, of course.
The interesting, part is that,
Right.
You sell your voice.
Yeah, right.
You sell your voice.
Right. And people know you through your voice.
Yes,
That's
of
pretty
course.
amazing. Yeah.
So, yes, of course, your face should be towards the sunshine, and shadow at your back.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Nice. That's nice. I love that spirit of like whatever
Yeah.
whatever is going to happen will happen. You just keep at it with all your
Just
focus.
forget whatever has happened. Just live in your present. Future will come.
Lovely, very insightful conversation, very inspiring and very relatable, And there's still so much to learn from you. And hopefully,
we can have
we can have you
another time.
another time,
Yes.
hopefully
Yeah.
again, and maybe that time you may be doing something else.
You would have won that award that you're
Yeah.
talking about. So I really wish you all
Of course,
the
you
best.
will have a little better platform than this. But yeah, seriously, it was a very lovely and very insightful conversation. Thank you so much for taking your time and bearing with us, advising us. Thank you so much.
As I said earlier, also, you guys are doing really a great job. Starting small. Thank you. And I just want to tell all the listeners that if you want to know more about me, you can just buy a book that is 108 Inspiring Women of the Country, which will be launched really by end of this November. You can buy that book, and not only me, there are 108 inspiring women in the country, so you can read all the story and get little advices from all the women, right? Just want to say that, and thank you so much, all the viewers. Never forget to thank your viewers. They are very important, your audience. Without them, without them is like whatever you do is because you're using the social media platform, and they're spending the data on you. So always remember to thank them for being with you every time. Without them, without your audience, you are nothing. So always remember to thank you. Thank you so much. Katiche to everyone.
Such a great tip. I will really keep that in mind, and from the next episode onward, it will begin from the sense of gratitude. I think. So thank you, audience. Gratitude.
It's
Very
mountain. Like we've been growing. Hope to grow more.
Hope to grow more. All right, that's high mind for you.